All right. I believe we are ready to rock and roll. Let's get the link sent and get into our live here. And then we'll maybe take one of these trays here. Let's see what tomorrow. All right, let's get into it and get rolling. Okay, so still don't have a solution to one. I know the solution, but I don't have a fix to our issue of trades not being taken. And so we'll have to manually take our trades again today. Not the worst thing in the world, but we're working on it. Working on it. Good morning, and us. What's going on, my friend? All right. All right. All right. All right. So ATR kind of high this morning, sitting at 15. So a lot of movement this AM. Excited about that. Hopefully we'll get a decent amount of trades today. We had some news that just passed, so we'll see how. Let's get to my live. Actually, there we go. Let's see how that goes. What's going on, Delu? All right. Don't have permission today. Can you help me with this? Interesting. I don't have permission today. That's interesting, Britton. Drop your username or message me your username and I'll check and get it re-added. If not, try logging out and logging back in. I know that helps sometimes, but try that first. Try logging out, logging back in first. Then if it doesn't show up, um, then send me your username. I'll get it re-added here. All right. So yesterday afternoon, I took a couple trades as well, and I want to see if I can find them while we let this trade kind of play itself out. We had quite a few. And some of these clusters here, I think, is what I need to work on, but we'll like this too. Like we'll get into that. This is Thursday around 2. So we took, was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. Okay. So these two trades right here, I think I need to do a cool down period to eliminate some of these larger. So we had this long right here. I took this long. We made like 600 bucks on this trade. Super solid. So we got in at this signal. We let the drawdown happen a little bit. And then as it ran, we just stayed in the trade. And I think I ended up pulling out somewhere around here, somewhere up in this range right here. I don't know if it pulled back or not, but something like that. Then it went flat for a while. Then we had another long trade that was a really good signal again, kind of the same price action. Nice long here. Now this trade I definitely would have gotten out somewhere up here. I wouldn't have let price slip all the way back down. But solid trade there. And then we had the same action kind of here, catching the bottom. And then we had a bunch of shorts up here as well. And so some of this I need to have a cool down period on and just say, okay, if we have a stop loss hit, wait a couple candles. So we'll tinker with that. It's what okay, I'll log into TradingView and or TraderVate in just a second. Get my boy Brenton helped out here. Let's see what we got. 59, add access, forever. Okay, Brenton, it's showing me that you already have access. No expiration. So I don't know what that's about. But let's see. Brenton, my system shows you that you do have access. So maybe try logging out, logging back in a couple times, or give it a little bit, and then check again because my system does show that you have access. Is that good? Well, all right here. We'll wait for the next signal and we'll just take that one ourselves, wherever that comes. Let's see, we got price kind of, this is our trail right here, it looks like, for whatever position we're in currently. Or maybe we're not in a position. I think we're done with this trade. That's nice. Solid, solid, solid. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, and cool. Yeah, Brendan, sometimes the trading view can be weird like that. So my apologies there, but yeah, well, it says you have access and it didn't change, so I'm wondering if could be a system thing. We'll figure it out. Still no trade here. Okay, fine. I'm going to stick with 10 micros, so just one full NQ contract here, and then we will scale out as price continues. All right, so there's a short for us. Is that how that worked? I'm confused as to why it opened up at that spot. Well, I'm going to miss this one, I guess. Unless price gets back to this spot right here, I'm going to miss this trade. I'm not sure how it, oh, it triggered right there. It must have been off of this one. This is a good trade, though. Again, if we get price of this even, I'll take it, but I wait for it to get back. I don't want to cheat this. That's the one thing about not having the automation set is it obviously you don't get to enter the trades exactly when the strategy does. Because this is a good trade so far. I'd be very comfortable taking whatever profit that was. 14, 15 points total, but probably somewhere around 12, 13. Like I'd be comfortable taking that. So good signal here. We just didn't take it because don't have my automation figured out just yet. Although it was figured out, and then now I added some things and now it's not figured out. So takes time. No trades yet. And that's no trades yet, my friend. 0 trades today so far. We'll cancel this order and let the next trade do its thing. So I believe our stop should have just been hit. So we should have another trade here in just a moment. Price is moving really fast right now, so gonna interrupt my session really fast. Apply. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got here. New trade. Yes, we're going long, so let's go buy 10 right there. Okay. There goes price. And are we gonna hit my stop? Yes. All right, so minus 220 on that one. So that one just took off on us. And again, my entry was way up here. Should have been here on this candle, but I guess my signals are just coming through a second late. So no fun there. I'm gonna have to really grind on this thing this weekend because it's bothering the hell out of me. Not a lot to show if it's not working right. But okay, so there's that trade there. So I had a chance to be profitable on this candle, and we're just seeing a lag, it looks like, on these signals coming through, which is okay. Not have a big deal with that. But because ideally we would get filled up here and then we let this thing run. So let's see what the next trade pops up here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, tricky part with the automation is that the more things you add, the more chances you have of getting things wrong somewhere along the lines. And it looks like for now we just have too many signals coming through with not a lot of clarity of what needs to actually be taken. So we'll work through it. But I like all the spots though. I'm pretty comfortable with that. Yeah. I'm assuming a new trade will be coming here. Let's see what we got. Nothing yet. Okay, price still falling. So this trade was decent. We had a nice run up there. We just got in on the next candle that just shot straight down. 13 points ain't bad. Okay, long trade here. Caught that one on a good spot. So if I lose this trade, it is what it is, but I got in at the right time. So we'll let it run and see what happens here. Our stop needs to be right at 999. We need to sell 10 as a stop here. Okay, so let's let price kind of do its thing here. Probably going to get our stop hit, it looks like, on this trade here. Let's see. Whoa, that was fast. Wow. So that was bad. Okay, so there's our stop hit. Okay, fair enough. I think we're getting crunched right now. Probably need to go a little bit less size. Wow, stop got run through pretty fast. Probably a little less size here, but let's keep trading it. Because we have this sloping down movement, and the bot still likes longs on all of these, which is fine. So we just have to manage through it. Probably going 5 minis right now makes sense, but I'm okay with trading 10, trading one full micro, or one full mini. We'll be okay with that. But we got to battle back now. We got a couple losses under our belt. We got to battle back. Let's see. Okay, waiting for a new signal here. Or was that the signal? Oh, shit. All right, if price gets back to this level, I'll buy 10. But it looks like I missed it. I don't know when I missed it, but I did. Okay, we're in the trade now. Good. Okay, there's 130. If we get up about 200, I'll take half off, and then we'll have a trail. Let's see what we got. Okay, price rolled up for me. Good. Maybe we need to look at taking profit here a little sooner. Maybe we had our chance. We didn't take it. Let's see. Okay, next candle. Good. See if we can get a pop here. Good. Good. Nice. Okay, half off the table there. Then let's go another sell 5, and we'll just use a trail here. So we'll put it right above our entry price right there, and we just got hit it. Okay, cool. So I made some of that money back. Okay, fine. Really didn't want to let this trade fly back negative, although I probably let my trail be a little too close. Didn't want to let this trade come back and roll back down on me, so I'll have to live with whatever price does from here. But solid trade. We probably could have taken a full profit up here at 200. That probably would have been the more profitable thing to do. So we made about $100 on that one. So probably less, more to be desired there. Seems like we're not right now is probably not the time for us to be taking partials. It seems like, and so I'll have to kind of figure out how I want to handle this more. Price action a bit crazy. It is, and it is. It's crazy. It is moving. It is moving. So I think in the mornings it's probably going to make a lot more sense just to do a full take profit, like wherever price hit whatever level it was. Like should have done a full take profit and not let the trail go. I think in the afternoons I probably need to use a trail because those moves happen to be a little bit, well, they are a little bit smoother, um, and so I'll consider kind of utilizing that strategy because it's more profitable for me to take these full take profits at $200 or whatever than it is to do partials. Um, it's more profitable just to exit the position fully. But what was I going to say? In the afternoons when price is really running, then we can utilize some of those things. So, for example, looking to catch something like this, we'll let this trade play out, but something like this where price pulls up first and then rolls back down, really, it's going to be pretty difficult, I think, to do. So might as well just exit this trade. And if we miss a huge run down, then like we can always re-enter the trade, which we can do. So there's our stop that would have got hit right there, which is good. All right, so stop hit, and we're probably looking for another long off this trade, honestly. Let's see if we get one. Change that back to 10. Okay. Price really flying down here. Let's see. No entry yet. Price action is a bit jumpy. That is an understatement for sure. But either way, we're going to have some updates here again. So we have the performance, I think, is about where I'd want it to be. So let's go long right there. The performance is where I want it to be. The execution of trades is not where it needs to be. So that's what we're waiting on now. I think I'd be okay rolling this out at the level of performance it's giving. I'm cool with that. I'm not okay with the automation not working because that defeats the whole purpose of this. I guess not the whole purpose. We could still take these trades manually. It just wouldn't be what we wanted. So anyway, all right. So let's see if we can catch this move properly. We know our stop is down here at right there. So we'd want to sell 10 as a stop right there just to get out of the position. Okay, let's see if price can break above here and run. Probably looking to get another $200, $200 to $300 on this trade if price gives us that. I'll move my stop up if price runs. Okay. Almost got to even. Now we're pulling back. Let's see. Now, using the bot, one thing that I've come across or just kind of learned over these reps is it's going to catch some massive moves, usually in the afternoon, more or less, or as the market kind of settles down. So after the initial first hour, I guess, or hour and a half, price starts to really smoothen out. Not that it goes up or down either direction, but it just smoothens out. And so some of these trades in the mornings, we have to be a little bit more quick with. And then in the afternoon, we can let some of these ride out. And so I've had decent success trading the afternoons as well. ATR is a little bit lower, price a little bit smoother. So keeping that in mind as well is like right now probably isn't the time to try and hit a grand slam. Let's just catch a couple $100 here and move on. Like we had a trade, we were up $200, probably should have captured that instead of capturing 100 or whatever it was. But let's see if this trade hits our stop or not, or breaks even. Okay, so we definitely have we have price battling back and forth here. So this is probably the best spot we've had so far. This one was okay as well, but this was a pretty good spot here. Okay, 5.15, 10 bucks, 65, good. Let's give it a little bit of room first before we move our stop. Let's see. 90. Okay. Good. Okay, so probably close out at 150 or so if we don't get hit. Let's see. Nice. 180. There we go. All right, stock got hit good. We're out of that trade. Nice. We're battling back. Good stuff there. Good stuff. And so hopefully you guys can see how I use my trail. Everybody's going to be a little bit different. Some of you guys will have more patience than I will. Some of you will have much less patience than I do. Neither good nor bad, just different. But again, in the mornings, while we have price doing this, we have big up, big down, like this, right? Couple up, big down, couple up, huge down here. Doesn't make a ton of, like, if you said I don't want to trade the mornings and just trade the afternoons, I wouldn't even argue that because that does make sense. But at the same time, if you're going to trade the mornings, we have to trade it responsibly, which is we'll be a little bit faster on some of our exits than we'd like to be. And there will be times again where we catch huge moves where price, like we get in like as an example, a long here, and then price takes off and then just sprints up. Like we will get some of those. They'll be pretty far in between. I would say maybe one a week, maybe. But we'll have those too. But for the most part, especially in the morning while the ATR is high, let's take what price is given us, and then from there we can figure out in the afternoons if we're still able to trade, so we can hold on to some trades longer. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, Krishna, 100%. What's up, Mike? Yeah, mornings versus afternoons is always the ATR is lower, and so there isn't a ton of like money made yet quickly, which is what I like. I like quicker profit taking, but the moves do last quite long, especially with the strategy. It tends to trail pretty well. So let's let that trade pull out. But even in the mornings, we get some nice moves. Like for example, we get this move right here. It's not that big in size, I don't believe, but full was 32 points. That's pretty good. And then price we close out up here. So really solid trade there. Not good there. Decent here. That was a good move at the open. Holy cow. All right, so stop hit right here. So new trade coming at some point. Probably another long. Hopefully it's down here though. And we get the same repetitive action of price trying to get lower. And then we get in, it runs up, we take profit and so on. But yeah, doing the partial is probably not the best idea in the mornings. I think that's what's gotten me hurt. At least I could have made more money these past few days than I have by just exiting fully, taking 150, 200 bucks, whatever it is. All right, so new candle, long trade here. Okay, fill wasn't great, but we'll have to do with what we can. Fill isn't going to be the reason I lose this trade. We'll do a full stop right below. We'll sell 10. Okay. So ideally entry somewhere in here at the close. I don't know where that would really officially put our entry. It could be somewhere in here. It could be up as high as I was. It could be a little higher. Who knows? But we'll let this one play out. Probably going to get our stop smashed here, aren't we? Let's see. Close. My stop's probably a little too tight, but I'll live with that. So, okay, L there puts us back down 5, 6. Okay, we got to battle back some more here. Probably going to be an afternoon day for us, but let's see. Let's see. Okay, probably going to get a new long position here. Let's see what we got. And I know I need to put a cool down in here for sure. Another long. Entry was trash again. Dang it. All right, so let's measure 2, 10 down here. Do a sell 10 right there. It's too far right there. Okay. Let's just see what we get. Yeah, price takes off a little bit for us. Good. 95, 90, good. Let's see. My fills are just so bad compared to where the model has us. We would have been up nicely if we got at that same spot. All right, there's 55, good, 75. Good, 120. See if we can get a real pop here. Good, there we go. 225, good. Nice. All right, good. About 200 bucks on that trade, really nice. Now this move could be the one that just takes off for us and it just continues to run. That's going to be part of it, and there it goes. So had I had my stop a little bit lower, probably take advantage of, of all of this. So my entry on this trade was, I think at the open of this candle, or maybe it was a little higher, like right here, I think. So for me, max could have been 20 points or 18 points. So not bad. For the strategy itself, though, who knows what our fill would have been, but from where short signal here, what happened to my, oh, there we go. Sell 10 right there. Okay, this is going to be a tough one, I think, but we'll give it space. Okay. Okay, price tried to go lower here. That's not great price action for us, but we'll let it play out. Okay, let's see what we got. Partial hit, good. Okay, let's see if we can fall some more. Okay, sellers were stepping in at our price, at our open price, so that's nice. Let's see if we can get price to hold or if we need to jump out and preserve this trade here. Let's see. Okay. Could be buyer central right here, so let's see. Good, 100 bucks, good. All right, we'll get out of that one. We'll get a plus on that one. Reason I'm getting out of this trade is I just don't want to play around with price at these levels. Price rolls past kind of this bottom here. We tried a few times, we didn't get it. Now price could just explode from here and continue to roll down, no problem. But seeing as that we've had a couple losses in a row this morning, what I'd like to do is just get a little bit of profit, which we could have a little bit more, but get some profit, not a lot, and then just wait for the next signal. We're getting a ton of trades here, which is good, and we've had a couple in a row that have been pretty solid. And so now what we have to do is just kind of work our way back. So now this looks very, very, it could go either way at this point, here and here. if this was our first trade of the day, I'd probably be okay staying with it, especially considering our entry was really solid. But we just have to see. So this candle looked like at some point it was going to run up and launch. So that was what that looked like. This candle I thought we'd get price to pull up here and then rip down. This candle rips down and then kind of closes back up, and then this one takes off a little bit. So again, 50-50 on that one. I didn't want to find out which way price was going to go while being in that trade. So close that one out. And again, you're going to get probably 100 trades a day. And so you'll have plenty of opportunity. And so if you see a trade that you're in and you're like, I don't know if I love it, just get out. And yes, you might miss a few, you might misjudge a few. But over the long term, that's going to save you and help you a lot more than it's going to hurt. All right, another sell trade. Shit, I didn't get into this short here. Sell right there. All right, if price rolls up to my level here, I'll be in the trade. 2 points out, 3 points out. Oh man, if we miss this one again, let this be the one that we miss. I didn't think that we had our stop hit here, but okay. That's weird. Stop doesn't work all the time. That's a note of correction. Okay. Just keeping that for me. All right, so we're probably not getting this trade, huh? That stinks. We'll just get out of it. Partial already hit. Ugh. That was a good trade though. What was the profit on that one? Entry to bottom, 12 points. So at least 200 bucks. Solid. Now we're rolling it back up. The price is really chopping here. Bot does a good job of catching these moves though. I'll give it that. I had no idea that this trade would even weird. Okay, so trail about to get hit, I think. I take another candle though. Wow, hell of a signal here. Holy cow. Okay. So this is kind of what I mean. Not that I would have held this trade at all, but here to here is 34 points, really good trade. Um, we had to deal with a little bit of drawdown here. So 4 points, I guess, from entry, which isn't bad technically. Um, but again, the way in which your trades go, so how your morning goes, will determine your ability to hold on to some of these trades or not, um, which is the whole point of the bot. So you take a couple of good wins in a row, then you can probably hold on to some of these trades a little bit, and see what happens. You have a couple bad trades in the morning or whenever you start, then maybe you want to take some profit and just get your account back up because you're going to get plenty of opportunities. And so either way you want to do it will work. All right, so stop loss hit here. So full trade was here to there, 15, 16 points. It's not bad. I think the full move was 35 or whatever that was. Measure it. But we should be looking for a long here off this next candle. If I had to guess, I'll wait for the signal to come, but I think we're looking for a long here off of this candle. All right. Okay. No signal yet. Not that I see. So we wait. Happy to have everyone in the chat and watching. Appreciate you guys. If you can, make sure you comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Got 13 of you guys. If you haven't already, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let's grow this bad boy. Let's get it cooking. Again, we're like really close on this thing. Maybe my error was telling you guys about it a little bit too soon, but this is the process of building anything. Is like you build it, it stinks, but like there are some positives. And then from there, let's see if we have a long here. Not yet. Still waiting. I'm cool with that. But this is the process. You build something, it's okay. It has some positives, has a lot of glaring negatives, and then you work to improve them. And so, luckily for this strategy, for me, for us, was really able to get this thing going pretty quick, which is nice. Free indicator 5-star. What do you think about Expert Advisors trading bot? 5-star. This is a trading bot. It just happens to not be automated right now. What I think about EAs, Expert Advisors. If you trade like MetaTrader, then like yeah, you're fine. If the bot works, the bot works. This is on TradingView, and so it's not necessarily called an Expert Advisor. It's just a strategy that you can automate. Let's see if we have a trade here. Still nothing. All right, we'll wait. But I don't mind them. Any tips on building a trading bot? 5-star. I would say my biggest tip would be always try both sides of things. Like if you think one thing is going to happen, make sure that you build the opposite action as well. And so, like, let's say you have a strategy, and I'm just gonna make it up, that you go long when the MACD crosses below the 0 line, and you go long off that. And then you go short when it's above the 0 line and it crosses down. You go short. Build in an option to test both sides. And so, like, you have an idea and you think it's okay, it's fine. Well, it's probably not going to be as good as you think, which is how everything is. Build in the opposite side. So test the opposite too. That's been a huge game changer for me. Thinking that I know price action or that I know certain things, and literally just doing the opposite has helped me build this in a way. But that's probably my biggest piece of advice: is don't just test your idea, test the exact opposite. And a lot of times the opposite will be maybe even improved from what you're doing. So that would be those words of encouragement for you. Um, but then make sure you can back test it, obviously, and make sure you can forward test it as well. Currently using free, no, 5-star does not. It's not even available. So I guess the answer is no either way. No, it's not free, and no, it's not available. What's next after? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. There's price. Still waiting around for a new trade here, so we'll get one here shortly, I believe. What is your bot? What is the trading logic? Price action, my friend. Price action. Good morning. Rambo, what's going on, my friend? Good morning to you. Okay. Okay, still waiting on a new signal here, so we're just kind of sitting around waiting. Nice, cool indicators. If you don't mind me asking, not such a big deal. Too many questions. Oh well. No indicators, my friend. No indicators. Not for this one. No indicators. This is the Keltner channel, and it's just on there. And it really doesn't even need to be on there. I thought it'd be a filter, but it wasn't a good one. So it's just a visual, but has no impact on the trades. As a matter of fact, it's set so that price really never leaves the channel. So it's again really not that useful. I just have it on here. I like seeing it. Okay, nice little launch. Good. Okay, now I'm starting to see. Yeah, there it is. There's one. Short. This is gonna be a tough one. Stepping in front of a speeding train right here. Okay. We can get about 250, 200 bucks to 250 on this one. I'll be pretty happy, but we'll see. We'll take what we can get. Let's go a buy 10 up here. Just have it ready. So I'm gonna set my trail probably a little bit higher than the stop. Just make sure. Okay. Actually, it needs to be. Yeah, that's about right. Considering counting my entry compared to the signal. Okay. Let's see. Whoa. All right. Probably gonna be down about 120 on this trade if we get hit. That's encouraging. Wow. All right. Okay, new sell signal. It's weird, but okay. Price is really jumpy. Wow. Let's see. Okay. Okay, price has tested up here a few times and gotten rejected, but it's also not going lower than 22,000 even. And so remember, the markets love even numbers. This could be one of those trades where if I get profitable again, we just close it out and let it be. But let's just see what we get here from price. There goes 45. Okay, another candle opens higher. Okay. Let's see. There we go. 65, 50. We'll take 60 bucks on that one, close it out, and just wait. Nothing really shaking right now. Um, I'll wait. I'll be okay. If this thing goes against me big time, I'll be okay with that. Or it goes in my favor and I just didn't stay in it long enough. I'll be fine with that. We got a lot of interesting movement right here. So same thing as before up here, same thing. Basically, that's our new low. It wasn't there before, but this area right here, very contentious. I don't know where VWAP is. It's up here. Okay, knowing that's probably interesting. But again, markets love even numbers. So we're sitting at 22,000, almost even, and it's just a stronghold for price. I don't know what it is about even numbers, but the markets love even numbers. And so we've dipped below it and we've raced back up. Okay, we saw that dip below, race back up, dip below, race back up. And we've been above and we've pushed down into it, obviously up here. So really interesting here. Now it looks like my trade would have been very profitable had we held a little bit longer, which is good. I'll accept that. But again, wasn't really willing to risk this thing just dropping down and launching up. Didn't want to take that risk either. Would have paid off, but didn't want to take it. Okay, good. ATR is sitting at 10, so it's solid enough. Solid enough. No, Rami, nothing new just yet. I'm probably gonna have to restart the process of adding the couple pieces that I need to be added, which shouldn't take too long because now I know what I'm looking for. But we have the automation not working properly again. And I think what the issue is the number of signals we're getting. So there's potentially a cooldown period that I can add, which would be fine. Let's see here. So like some of these clusters in here, and then this one, like back-to-back trades, I could probably filter out. That might be helpful here and here as well. So there's just a couple things that I need to get added. I think I want to add a second take profit as well. So we'd have three, well, two, a partial and then another partial. We'll see how that impacts the total winning of the strategy. So we'll see there. But ultimately, the automation has to work. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And again, this is just the testing phase of everything. It just takes time. It really does. It takes longer than you want to, but the end goal is to get it right, not get it out. So be patient with it. Okay. We'll let this trade play out. This one's probably going to continue to trick down, I think. But I could be wrong, obviously. The VWAP very much in the picture right here. Very much in the picture. So we'll keep that in mind, because if this stock were to get hit, we're going straight to VWAP. As a matter of fact, right here, I need that. I'm going to airdrop this to myself really fast. Got it. All right, cool. Okay, so still kind of just hanging on. Oh, all right. So now we got price really flattening out again, right at 22,000, 21,997. Fair enough. Let's see what we got here. Let's do this. Sorry. Okay. Okay, here goes price curling back. Yo, Jesse, what's going on? Good morning, my friend. Good morning. Kind of a slow morning here so far. Well, not really, but slow recently. Price just being what price does. So this trade in full from here to here, our max, I guess, would be right there. 11 points, pretty solid. Max drawdown here was 6 points, so we'll take that. Take a double risk reward there. Most of the trades will look something like this. Um, don't immediately pop, a little bit of drawdown, and then eventually they move. And so it'll take some practice because obviously you guys can see it takes practice for me as well to try and figure out like what types of trades we're gonna get produced and then how long they take to actually produce. Um, so just got to be more comfortable with it. But so far so good. Today we're down 4. Yeah, around $400 today so far. Taking a couple big L's, couple solid wins. We had one win that we took a partial on, and I think I've come to the conclusion that in the mornings, while price is choppy and moving, well, the ATR is high and it's moving big, and we don't really have a clear trend, which is what we have right here. Like taking quicker profits is going to make sense. Whether it's sometimes it can be smaller too. Um, you know, could be a couple $100 potentially. And then in the afternoon, we have a chance to catch some of those longer ranging moves where we do find the bottom pretty good, and then price runs up nicely for us. So all in due time. There goes price falling again. Okay. This is really solid right here. Super solid. Okay, so from open to now, 20 points, 21 points, 20 points. Good. And we wait. So nice bounce here from price. Wow. Really nice response here. Now VWAP up here, so keep that in mind. But wow, what a response. 18 points was that candle. Wow. Almost double the ATR right now. More than double the ATR right now. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Good grief. Okay, here goes price again. So we're really not playing around with this 22,000 level. Wow. Mm. Okay, so here goes price some more. Really good trade here. Nice movement. To me, this is kind of what the afternoon moves look like, is you have a kind of a jumbled mess at first, and then you get price to really open up. So one thing I could do, and I'll have to figure out like how I would want to enable this, but sometimes we get these trades where we get a short, and this will be a later project. We get a short hour long, it opens up, it moves a little bit, we take profit at whatever, then it dances for a while, then it accelerates down, and the trade stays open for a really long time. Like this trade could be open for another like 20 minutes. It's been open since 9:47. It's currently 10, so it's been open 16 minutes, 17 minutes going on. So it almost got us touch here, but we didn't. One thing I could do is on some of these moves is tighten the stop once it has moved a certain distance. And so we're at like 20 points here, 18 points, um, tightening it to like 9. And so that way we would probably get hit right here. And then we would have a chance at taking another trade or just having another move available. Because having a 20-point stop means you can make essentially 35 points on a trade or 15. That doesn't seem like something I want to have enabled. But it also means that we've seen 60-point moves before too. So I'll have to let the strategy cook a little bit, but we'll figure that out. That will be a later addition if I decide to do it at all. It'd probably be like a toggle we would do, just enable tighten stop, and then that would like shrink the distance from this up here down to here. Because right now we're 16 points away, 70 to 20 points away. So Okay, still no trade here, so we'll wait. Not a whole lot of fun right now, though. Okay, there's our stop. So our stop finally gets hit here. So really good trade from open to close. Full profit was 13 points if you held the entire time. So pretty good there. Let's wait for the next signal here if we get one. And we'll have ourselves another trade. ATR still sitting at about 10, so that's good. That's fine. That's a little bit higher than I was expecting it to be at this point today, but okay. Let's see. Short position here. We're gonna go sell. We'll put our stop up here as well, which would be a buy of 10. Now this one has a chance of getting hit like right away. So my entry, I'll put it right there. Okay. Remember, on some of these trades, we have to accept some drawdown here. Like I'm okay with accepting this because we know that we're probably going to end up being right in some form or fashion. But there are times where we get in front of these trades that are just speeding trains, and it hurts, and we take a loss. So it happens. Now for this trade specifically, we could have a spot, and I'm going to put a line here. It probably gets blown through, but let's just say this level right here ends up being pretty tough, 22,000 even, right? Or 22,002, I think it is. Let's say that level's really strong. Okay, well then we get price to dance around this level, and if we can start to curl back down, we'd be in really good shape. So again, I think price is probably going to run through this level up here, and then the next short retrade probably has a little bit better chance of um, being profitable. But we'll see what this trade has to give us because we could always be wrong. Let's wait and see. Okay, better movement there. Excuse me. Okay, so we were profitable. All right. Now let's see, is this where buyers step in and push price up, or is this kind of a landmark saying sellers, we probably could have price here or even lower? Let's find out. This trade is profitable for about 30 seconds, maybe more like 10 seconds. see what we got here. And again, for me, this kind of feels like we're probably headed towards my stop more than we're headed towards a nice profit here, but open to being wrong. Now, I mentioned this before, and again, could be wrong again, but this level held pretty well. And so let's just say this level holds. Again, I don't expect it to, but we'll see. My entry is at 996. This is essentially 6 points of drawdown that we had to accept here first before this trade were to go profitable. That's kind of the idea here. Now, again, looks like we're speeding towards VWAP, which my stop happens to be right in the way. So no fun there. But that potentially this could be the case. Now let's just see how this trade ends up working itself out. Again, I think we're going to get ourselves towards VWAP, but always open to being wrong on that, especially in this trade. So let's see, how much drawdown do we need to accept before this is profitable, or is this just a loss, which is why we have to use a stop? We wait. And if today's a tougher morning, today's a tougher morning. That's fine. Okay, nice push down. Price is really fighting it right now. Let's see. Okay. What do we have here? So from where we entered to here is exactly 9 points. Okay, so 9.5 points of drawdown is what we had to accept for this one so far. It could be more as this candle approaches our high and rolls higher potentially. Okay, there it goes. Wow. Question is, do I take small profit or do I let this thing run down further thinking it's going to get lower? What is the consensus here? What do I want to do? Let's see. Okay, $5, $20. Wow. Okay, I'll take profit right there. Not that I don't believe in this move going down further, I do. But considering I was down 270 and then this thing ended up being profitable, not necessarily looking to dance with this. It'd be really foolish if I turned around and said I was down 270 or 170, 180, whatever it was. Maybe it was 220. And then I was up $20 or $50 at the max. And then I let the thing go back up down $200. That'd be really, really silly. So not the greatest of trades, of course, but profit is profit. And if we can protect our positions, we have to take that. Especially with this. This is a crazy move here. So that's kind of what I mean by some of these trades is like, in our entry, I believe was a little higher than this right here. So we could have had, so we're lucky to even be profitable there. But we had to accept 12 points of drawdown, 15 being, or actually no, the total was right here. So be a little bit higher than that. But 16 points of trail, we had to, almost had to accept, but 12 points of drawdown is what we had to take in order for that to make us money. Not, I mean, not the greatest. Sometimes you just have to manage the trades properly and allow them to work in your favor. So here goes price really dipping below. Partial almost gets hit right there. That's good. There we go. Wow. What a move. Wow. What a move. That's unbelievable. 11 points, 13 points. Wow. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? So when I say like, Alan, what's going on, my friend? Good morning to you. When I say things like the bot's going to take off some of the pressure of some of these trades, it's kind of what I mean. Like this thing was down, I don't know how many points, and we just have to again use the strategy the way we're supposed to. It's down 13 points. We were down quite a bit. Down 260 would have been the math there. Maybe a little less because our entry was a little higher. Um, and then it rolls back to be very profitable. Rolls back to being 11 points in the profit or 11 points in profit, 240 bucks. You know, what are you going to do? You know? Good stuff there. Wow. Now we'll see how this trade wants to progress, but so far, so good. Shoot. All right, so short position right here. I'm not in love with this position, but I'll take it. I'll accept it. All right. I really think we're going to hit VWAP here, but in the name of transparency and making sure that we take all the trades the bot gives us, we're going to take it. All right. So interesting here. Let's see what we got. We'll probably take profit a little bit quicker on this trade as well. Again, a couple of reasons. One is it's been choppy this morning, and two, we're headed towards VWAP. And so if we can squeeze out a little bit of profit before price rolls up to that, because I think it's going to get there, the better the merrier. All right, so let's see. Okay. We're sitting at even to $5 to minus $5. So we're kind of dancing at these levels here. Let's see. What a bizarre thing. Now I see what's going on here. All right, so there's $35 there. Again, not super interested in $30, but it's better than nothing. Better than losing. All right, we're holding here and we're holding up here. So there's a little break. That's good. Good. 85, 80. Let's see if we can get a little bit lower here. If not, we'll take it. Patiently waiting. Kind of think we're going to get a decent drop here and then a retrace pretty fast. But let's just see. New candle. Okay, good. Roll down for me. Nice. 130, 100. That could have been our chance. We're holding. It's nice, but let's see what else we can get here. There's 100, 115. New candle pops up on us. Okay, can we roll down really quick or no? Let's see. See if we can regain some of these lows here. If we can't, then I'll take an exit here. All right, so there's price popping up on us. Okay. Let's see if we can hold here. A boring trade, but intense at the same time. All right, can I get somebody to roll in my favor? How about that? Why don't you roll down first instead of building back up? Okay, looks like we're going to be testing our profitability on this trade here pretty quick. All right, let's get out of it. Call it. Another small victory, better than a loss, but not by much. We had $100. We ended up closing with 35. Not great, but again, it beats being negative on this trade. So not my favorite thing to do in the world, but we saved ourselves. And this is kind of what I mean. We have to study price action a little bit. We have price roll down, we make this low, and then we test a new low, but it was higher than the previous. And our wick is higher than this one. It's like, okay, maybe we're going to build back up. And then this one doesn't even give us a chance to go lower. It's like, all right, well, we got to take what we can get. Now, if the ATR is higher, or if these candles, if these candles are bigger, then we could have a chance where we're up like $200 and then price moves back against us and so on and so on. All right, so there's another sell signal. Entry is a little better than the bot got, but that's fine. Let's see. I'm not in love with the fact that price could just fly to VWAP, but I will accept this trade and we'll see what we can get here. If we just need to carve off like a couple $100, then whatever, we'll do that. And by carve off, I mean like 3-4 trades of $30. But we're going to manage these trades properly and do what we have to do. Okay, 40, 30, 65, good, 80, 55. Forget about 100, I'll take it. That means I need to get price a little bit lower. Keep going. Just run down for me so I can take profit and we can get out. That might have been it too. Let's see. Okay. Now we're in loss. Now we're in profit. Oh, I think I accepted $5 on that negative. Shit. Didn't mean to do that. Got out of the trade. I think we took a small loss there. Probably more commissions than profit or loss. But we got out of that trade. So had a chance to be up a little bit more. It wasn't. 6.5 is pretty good. Tough to beat that. Yep. You are certainly right, Alan. Now, for some of these trades, like this is kind of what I mean is sometimes we're going to be in front of a speeding train and we just have to accept whatever profit we can get or turn the bot off. Obviously, if you see price kind of roll into VWAP, you want to turn it off and you'll come back in an hour and wait for another trade. You can certainly do that too. Obviously, while I'm live streaming with you guys, I want to make sure that we have the bot on and you can see all the wins and losses. So you have a very clear picture of what is going on. But very interesting here. Very interesting. So price trending up, solid. We've had a couple really good trades here today, but this little movement here hasn't been the best. So that's fine. So we would need price to get to VWAP and cross and run. And then I think we'd want to take another short up here, but we'd have to really see. So price battles back from down. So what's the market up doing today? So even, okay, no problem. Bitcoin's up, nice. Anybody getting punched really hard? No, not good. The 10 years down again. Wow. Okay. What's gold up to, by the way? Gold's up as well. All right. So steaming up here. Nice. Oh. Now there are some different things I could do in the later stages of this strategy, which is like I could put in multiple levels and it'd be a lot of visuals, of course, but it would be like if price gets like so this is our stop loss up here, this red line. I'll put a line there so you can see it. But let's say I put another line like right here and then one right here. Like we could know, okay, percentage of chance that this trade turns profitable if price hits this amount of stop is X percent, 15, 20%. Up here it's 7%. Obviously there's maybe a 0% up here. Like these could be stats that we could work on. It could be like 30% right here, I don't know. But that way we could cut some of these losses a little bit sooner and protect the account. That's an idea I have in the future that we could maybe do. Obviously getting the automation right. 18-minute candle broke the structure from bearish to bullish. Yeah, I don't know. Alan, maybe. I'm not sure I've ever looked at an 18-minute candle before. I am not sure. So we'll see. Probably putting some additional stats / a dashboard in here could be helpful. For example, this strategy, we have a 70% win rate. Let's see. And again, my win rate is going to be a little bit higher than that because I'm going to be managing some of these trades / taking partial take profits. So, we can dance with that later on. But the overall strategy, you guys can't see that, I'm sure. Let me do this. It's like stuck now. Okay, 71%, no problem, really good. But we know that our wins, our long trades are a little bit more profitable than our short trades. Let me move this up right here. So this line right here, Our profit factor for longs is what? 1.54, pretty good, versus 1.33 for shorts. So pretty good there. Largest losing trade, winning trade, okay. Interesting. Good. But so far, so good there. So we'll keep those in mind. Maybe a dashboard of like 71% versus 70%. And it makes sense that the shorts would be more of a have a little bit more losses, not by much, but it does make sense in the fact that the market, just has the gravity to go up, not down. And so the longs, it makes sense where we would find these bottoms and go long off of them, and then shorts would make a little bit less sense because market's rolling. But that's not always how it works, obviously. So anyway, tell the difference with market structure, Alan. Depends on how you view market structure. I would say that over 100 and Alan, I'll push back on you. How about that? And I'll say that I'll take my odds of winning over anybody giving market structure with 162,000 trades as a sample size, which I'm not even sure in a lifetime somebody could transact that many times. So I know that over 150,000 trades, I'm going to win about 70% of them. If market structure would help some of that, then maybe I'll look at including it. But what you consider market structure, what I consider market structure, are very different. And they're different for everybody. And that's why it's kind of a tricky concept. But I'm just using price action. So nothing else. Straight up looking at candles and grouping them together and saying, okay, based on these 3 to 5 to 10 candles, okay, what is more likely to be the direction? And we get it right about 70% of the time, which is pretty good. So I don't know if considering market structure makes more sense than looking at the actual individual candles. Considering what I've seen from market structure, and that it doesn't work for a lot of people. All right, so we're getting to VWAP one way or the other. Price is just dancing on us. This is a nutty trade because price essentially just hits this and then doesn't go anywhere. Hits our partial and then just runs away. Tough. Uh, 2 years and change. Al, to 2023. We can push it back though. Let's go to 2021. I don't know. I haven't looked at it this far. We'll wait for these trades to figure out. It's probably gonna end up being like 400,000 trades. If it was 2 years, I had another 2 years, maybe 300,000 trades. Let's see. I don't think I've ever looked at a strategy 4 years in backtesting mode. But we're about to find out. Make sure your buckets are okay. Cool. Okay, here you go. It's loading, but you can see there 70%, 273,000 trades over that 4 year and 1 month sample size, essentially. So the results are about the same. It's incredibly consistent. God, now that I know that it's that far back, I don't necessarily even want to look at that anymore. That's a long time. But we know that, okay, it has a 70% chance of winning. Let's round down, call it 70%. So almost 3 out of every 4, 7 out of every 10 trades are going to be won. We'll have to live with that. That's good. And then all we have to do, eventually, it will enter the trade for you. You just exit on your own. I had the entry part right, the automation part, but I didn't have the strategy set up properly. Now I got the strategy right, but now I need the entry and the automation to work properly. So again, but I'll always say this: test whatever strategies you guys wish to use, and use the things that make sense to you. Some of you will look at this and think, no good, and that's like perfectly fine. You can't argue. It's almost like arguing a personality. It's like it just is what it is, and it's either you either like somebody or you don't. You don't always have to have a reason. You kind of just know, yeah, not my cup of tea. Maybe it is. Who knows? And trading is very similar. Like there are things that are just going to connect with you, and things that don't. And I always encourage you guys to not only ask questions, but like try things that are a little bit different than what you're expecting, because it literally is the difference between you being successful and you not being successful is unlocking just a couple pieces. Most of it's emotional. Like if you can just not take bad trades or not be, on tilt all the time, like those kinds of things. But that assumes you have a good strategy, and having a good strategy that can be hard to find, especially if you don't practice. If you keep jumping around different one at a time. So, and I guess while I'm talking about it, also using, so we're past VWAP here, also adding things to a strategy. It's like you keep adding pieces to a strategy, typically decreases your win rate, not increases. If that were the case, then everybody would have the craziest of charts. Um, so be careful with adding more things. Sometimes you have to just delete what it is that you have or you think you know, and then replace it with something brand new, and then let that brand new thing guide you. And then from there, you really want to start deleting again. Delete things that don't make sense to you. Delete things that don't help you, that you don't see very well. It's going to call for a short here, and I'm going to be not excited about it, but I'm going to take the trade anyway. If that was a stop, I don't know if that counts as hitting our stop or not. I'm not sure. Yeah, Al, it's pretty good. I will take it. It is pretty good, considering that we don't have to do anything but um, manually manage these trades. I think that's pretty good, but I think I can get it higher. I don't. It might be superficial in the fact or in the way, but short right there. Okay, we are in front of a speeding train right here. Stop has to be right there. I'm gonna buy 10 up there. Oof, VWAP down here. We're above VWAP, and oof, it could get ugly pretty fast here. What's my ATR sitting at? 6. I probably need to add more contracts to this, but we'll let it ride for now. 20 bucks, 30 bucks. Again, I'm not excited about this position at all. All right, give me $30. I'll get out of this trade. Reason I'm out of this trade is this isn't really one that I believe in a whole bunch, and this is part of the bot. So some of these trades, again, probably if I'm not recording what for you guys, I'm probably not turning the bot on right now. I probably allow, here's another short trade, I'm not going to take it. I probably allow the bot to just rest and sit and not do anything. And then when I'm ready, either in the afternoon, right, or uh, when I see prices doing a bit more chopping like this, then I'll take some more trades. But being at VWAP, I'm probably turning the bot off and not taking, some of these trades here. Now, that being said, ironically, you could turn the bot on and it loses a bunch, turn it off and it wins every trade. Like that could happen too. That's just the law of large numbers. You have to keep in mind. But here's another piece that's incorrect: is there's just a lot of small bugs in here. I think the win rate on this strategy is a lot higher than it is presented as. And of course, the trade I don't take is actually flying, and not really. It's only 4 points, but it's flying. Is this stop loss from this trade is being counted for this trade here? That's an error. That does not. The stop loss should be up here. But anyway, that's very frustrating. Well, again, we'll get it fixed. We'll get it. The big stuff is right, and so now I want to add a partial. I want another partial. I want to make sure the stop loss is correct. All my stuff is being calculated properly. As a matter of fact, give me this. I need to redo that. Give me this. And then I'm going to. Can I draw, please? Come on. This is how I do things. Sorry. All right, we're good. Cool. We can do this out of my face. All right. So I took profit on that trade. Here, let me do this really quick. I'll explain it. I took profit on this trade here, and it rolled in my favor quite a bit, and then it rolled back quite a bit as well. Um, this is kind of what I mean. At VWAP, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be, it's going to look weird. But these are the types of trades where this is going to be up to you to manage, whether you want to turn the bot off or you want to take small profits as they come and then let the big ones happen later on in the day. Like that's a possibility as well. But that will certainly be up to you. Yeah, I think I hate to say it again, but I think the win rate on this strategy itself that I'm showing you is a lot lower than what it should be. And by a lot, I mean maybe 2%, but over 160,000 trades or whatever the number is that we measure, um, it's a lot. So I'm thinking that that's an update. And then again, if we add another, I can make this thing be whatever profitability I want. It just might not make sense when you try to trade it. So we'll try to keep it as realistic as possible. But we'll see. We'll see. But let's call it today a day, hour and a half. We'll call it. More updates over the weekend to come, and then I'll probably have some announcements to for the strategy itself. So keep that top of mind. I'll probably allow any of the individuals who own the predictive model to get first access if they would like. So we'll do it that way. Spend a couple of days getting everybody set up, and then if there's anybody else that wants to join as another kind of group, we'll do that. And maybe we'll do one other initial group, and then from there we'll be off and ready to rock. So again, I got to get these updated. The trades have to be taken automatically on their own first. Like that's going to be a big key for us. Once that gets set up and the numbers look right and everything else, then we'll start to open it up a little bit. But I anticipate next week being the first round of new uh, of new traders who can get access to it. So I'm looking forward to that. But we will be patient. And again, it's more important to get it right than to get it out. So we'll keep it going intermittently. Will you do a training session, Krishna? Yeah, probably. If I had to say, I'd probably say that I'd go ahead and just set it up for you. Um, but I'll definitely have like a really step-by-step instructions of how to set everything up. It's really not that hard. Add the bot, copy the settings, make sure your stats match, and then go to Traders Post. Make sure that everything's set up properly, step-by-step guides there, and then from there you'd be on in good shape. But I think if you guys are okay with it, I think I can just go in there and set it up for you. It'd take me 2-3 minutes to do it, so not that big of a deal. But anyway, you guys have a good one. I will see y'all next week. Monday, I might not be live. We'll got some babysitting to do. Babysitting I was supposed to do a previous Sunday has been pushed to this Sunday, so I might not be live on Monday at the same time. I will communicate that in the group chat. But anyway, you guys have a good one. Have a great weekend. Stay green, and I'll talk to you soon.